places like Gettr, places like the upcoming Truth Social, their whole thing is we're gonna be better than Twitter, which has been so mean to you conservatives. They censor all of your awesome opinions. We won't do that. Well, that's what they say. But is that how it's gonna actually function? I mean, we already know with some things like, on these, you're not allowed to criticize the Donald Trump, the platform itself, the executives of the platform. But also, when Truth Social launches later this quarter, the Trump Media and Technology Group social media platform will already have stringent content moderation practices in place to ensure it's a quote, family-friendly online community, according to company CEO and guy who got dunked on by a cow that doesn't exist, Devin Nunes. He says, we want to be very family-friendly. We want this to be a very safe place, and we are focused on making sure any illegal content is not on the site. So he tried to make it seem as if it's just about stopping illegal stuff from happening, which one could still say, I thought we were free. I thought you weren't censoring me. Who are you to decide what's illegal to say or share or whatever? But fine, they'll make it like it's about that. But the firm that they hired, I think it's called Hive, to manage this process. They say that their artificial intelligence automatically filters posts featuring nudity, drugs, violence, hate speech, spam, and bullying, but won't block political talk or misinformation. Because as we all know, there has never once been any crossover between political talk and misinformation with hate speech, spam, bullying, calls to violence, or anything like that. What do you mean you can't talk about drugs? Drugs are a political issue. There's misinformation about drugs. How is this supposed to work in practice?
I love it. It's so stupid. It's like, it's the way I feel about people yelling about masks and vaccinations, and it's the same way I feel about people talking about social media companies. It's like, those rules that exist on those social media companies exist for a reason. And what better way for you guys to find out the reason that they exist than by going off and starting your own social media company? They're going to realize that the reason that a lot of these restrictions are in place are exactly going to drive them to put those restrictions in place on the new platform. It's so stupid. It's like people saying, I'm gonna create a whole new car, and then there's not gonna be any seat belts, and then people get in crashes and they die. And you'll be like, you know what, I'm gonna put this belt on here to keep you in your seat. I'm not calling it a seat belt, but it's the same damn thing, because you've gotta have something in there like that. For all kinds of reasons, some of which are practical, others of which are going to be cynically your profit motive, which you need to, like, that's what you're gonna end up gravitating toward, because that's why you got in this in the first place, for some kind of personal gain, not to make the world a better place. The reason Devin Nunes got into politics isn't to change the world, it's to get power and money. And the reason he went over to Gettr or whatever the hell, Truth Social or whatever the hell it is to get cash. That's it. 100%. And you're gonna do whatever you can to secure that.
Yeah, whether it succeeds or fails, he will get money. So he's at Truth Social, which, by the way, Truth Social is coming in less than 3 weeks, supposedly. That's what they say. I mean, it might fail 2 weeks after that, but get ready because it's coming. By the way, really fast, I just want to acknowledge Andrew in the YouTube chat says Devin Nunes is like if Michael Scott from The Office were crossed with one of Mussolini's lackeys, which I think is true, but it's also, I think, true. What if you were Michael Scott and Dwight Schrute at the exact same time? I feel like you would be Devin Nunes at that point.
I want to shout out the electricians for saying, don't call it a seatbelt, call it a freedom strap. That's what they'll do.
That's good, I like that. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.